Hi, Poch. Welcome. Steve Goff from the Washington Post.
Thank you.
Did you, I imagine you watched the matches the other
Yes.
day, and what was your opinion about them, and what needs to happen going forward now as you build towards the World Cup?
Yes, of course, that we were watching the games, and it's difficult to judge because I think we cannot be unfair in the way that we are going to judge. Circumstances are so special after the Copa America. Situation wasn't good, really good for the player to manage in the last two games. But the most important thing is to see the potential that we have, the very good player. I think to send the message to everyone, not only the players that were involved in the last few games, if not only the players that play in Europe, but the players that play here on USA and the MLS. If not every single player that is around the world, we are going to try to pay attention, and all from now they have the door open. It's only about to perform and try to show that they are capable to join the national team. I think that is one of our first, idea that we want to translate to our player. They need to understand that if they perform, we are going to be there watching.
Mauricio, Doug McIntyre from Fox Sports. Welcome to the United States, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Your teams in the past have been marked by their high fitness levels, their bravery, their mentality, some things that maybe have been lacking with the current squad. You're not with the team every day the way you would be with a club team. How do you instill some of those values, those things, when you don't see your players on a day-to-day basis?
Yes, it's true that some characteristics that you are telling me now that it's true that you can see when you watch a different, in the past, different games and in different clubs. But I think the most important all that you were talking, the most important now is to settle an idea that can fit for everyone, an idea that the player want to buy. Not only the players, all the staff that we are going to be, not only my closest staff, all the staff that is in the federation, that we need to now to know them and try to, to listen, and of course to share with them all the ideas and to create our own idea all together. But I think in terms of way to play, I think always we need to see the player, feel the player, see all the characteristics. But I think we are very flexible. We are a coaching staff that. The first thing is we love the aesthetic in football, and for us it's really important, and we want to play a good football, exciting football. We are in USA. I think to convince our fans that showing us is about to attract, and the aesthetic is really important. We want to play nice football, good football, exciting football, attacking football. And then, of course, if we want to have the possession, because we are a coaching staff also, the philosophy is to have the ball, we need to run, because we need to move, we need to give option, good angles, to your teammate. But then also the opponent is going to play, and the opponent want the best, want the ball. But when we don't have the ball, we need to run, we need to be aggressive, we need to be competitive. And all of that we need to, I think, to translate, to create this platform that when they come, the player arrive to the national team, they need to know exactly what we need to do, how we need to compete, how we need to behave like a team, and the potential is there, the talent is there. It's only to create the best platform for them to express themselves. You're welcome.
Hi, Mauricio. Paul Tenorio from The Athletic.
Hello.
Christian Pulisic and a few other players spoke the other night about how the culture around the team needs to change. The motivation needs to come back, the confidence. That's something you've been known to do, to create the culture around the group at all of your stops. How can you change and improve the culture of this group?
Well, I think we need to, what means culture, what means, build something, what means to philosophy, what means. It's difficult to describe in words, culture. I think in that case that you say to me, Christian was really frustrated after two games, and it's normal in the way to show that the frustration was about to talk, that was disappointing, about the result and the performance. But I think what I want to tell you, the culture is USA culture, is there. In all the sport, USA have great athletes. In all the sport, is a winning culture, winning mentality. I think only in soccer that we need to inspire by many sports that we have here. But I think for me, one of the most important things that we need to inspire is in the women team. I think we have Emma, that for me the best coach. I want to say hello, Emma. I don't know where you are, if you are here or not, but now we have Emma, that is the best coach in the world, and the women team in the history won everything, Cindy. And I think we need to match you. Too much, yes, too much. And I think for me, I remember when I started my pro license too many years ago, nearly 20 years ago, I started and my practice were in the Español de Barcelona women team during 6 months. That, by the way, I pay a lot of dinner. Unbelievable. It was so expensive for me to do the practice in Español de Barcelona with the women team. And yes, for me, it's so close to us. I think that is going to be our inspiration. That is the objective to match, your result, but not only your result, in the way that you create the philosophy about to defend the badge, the country, the culture. And I think it's about to create something special. That is the most important thing. We are here because we want to win. We are a winner. We are very successful coaching staff that sometimes we maybe not win, another we won. But I think the most important is to create something special, to feel something when you arrive to the national team. It's not because the player come and, because they call me and we are going to play. No, we are going to compete. And compete is completely different than to play. And it's too many responsibility from the player, and of course our responsibility to create, the platform for them, to perform. But that is the most important. Is we have many examples next to us that we need to follow and give our best.
Jeff Carlisle with ESPN.com.
Hello.
Welcome, Mauricio.
Thank you.
There are fewer than 10 international windows left between now and the World Cup. In what ways do you anticipate having to modify your methods, given that you're not going to have nearly as much time in front of the players as you would in a club situation?
Yes, look, I think everyone think that is no time, to prepare and to arrive in our best condition to the World Cup. What I wanted to tell you that I am in the opposite side. I believe that it's time enough. I don't want to put an excuse. I don't want to create an excuse for the player to say, but no, now we don't have time to buy the new ideas, the new philosophy. No, football is like this. It's to touch the right button and start to perform. And of course, we are talking about soccer, football, soccer. And I think the players are so intelligent and so talented, and they can, I think, play in a different way. And for sure, I think we have time. We have time, and we need to really believe in big things. We need to believe that we can win, not only a game, we can win the World Cup. Because if not, it's going to be so difficult, the journey. And we want players that arrive in the day one in the training camp and thinking big. And that is the only way to create, this philosophy or this idea altogether to perform and to really, to put your talent on the service of the team. That is going to be our massive challenge. And then, of course, every time that we will have the possibility to be with them, we are going to be, very clinical and try to translate all the information. In the same time, players, difficult to be concentrated, focused, and more in this time. But I think we need to be clever enough in the way that we are going to approach and to try to get the best from them. No?
I'm Mauricio Ramblum from AP. Going through the player pool, the goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, attackers, what do you see as the strengths and what do you see as the weaknesses? And do you think, looking from far, this is the best generation of American players to work with?
I don't see weakness because I don't like to talk about weakness. If we are seeing some weakness, and I'm never going to explain, even to them. We are always positive. I think we have very talented players. I think Of course, the confidence was a little bit low, in the last after the Copa America. But I think we are going to work into recovery. We have a very good professional, not only in tactics or in physical conditions, in psychology, that we are going to work, and to create the right, pattern to follow, to get, the confidence, to recover the confidence and start to perform together. But of course, I think it's a very good generation of player. I think it's only be together, because in football it's a collective sport. All we understand that, but on the end we need to show that we play like a collective on the pitch, and of course we need to work in that.
We're here. Henry Bushnell from Yahoo Sports. Welcome. Bienvenido.
Thank you. Gracias.
You've spoken about the limited time that you will have with the players. How do you plan to spend your time in between international windows when you don't have the players around you? Will you be over in Europe trying to connect with them, watching games a lot? Will you be here working on the program, working with US Soccer on things? How do you plan to spend that time?
Yes, I think the idea is to live here, in USA. That is the idea. But of course, for different reasons, we are going to be in between, Europe and USA now. I think we need to create the links with all the potential players for the national team. I think now require to be there with the players, with the staff, with the coaching staff, working around the world, not only here on the MLS. But I think, yes, that is the plan, is to try to build a very good relationship with all the clubs. Clubs, they need to feel our support. Players need to feel that we care for them. It's not after 1 month you go and then you back, but we don't know nothing or we don't have relationship. I think it's important to create that relationship that the player need to feel that you care. When the player feel that you care, I think you can get the best for them.
Hola, Mauricio.
Hola.
Jake Fenner with the Daily Mail. You were linked with a number of other opportunities, both at the club level and at the international level. What is it about this project and this team that attracted you to it, and why did you decide that now was the good time to jump into international football?
First of all, because of these people that is here with me. I think for me it's really important, human being. And then because of the challenge and the potential, I think too many good things that make us to think very seriously into showing, the federation. I think it's too many things. I think it's so exciting to be here. I think maybe the biggest challenge that we are going to live. I think we had another challenge, but this one is amazing. And then to help, to involve in soccer, I think to be part of that, I think is create in us the motivation, to accept that challenge.
Hola Mauricio, Roberto Abramovich de Especialistas del Deporte, acá arriba. Ojalá que no te moleste que te haga una pregunta en español.
No, por supuesto.
Perfecto.
Me da un descanso.
Oye, ¿qué fue el reto que te hizo aceptar esta posición y qué va a definir el éxito para ti con la selección de Estados Unidos?
Bueno, el reto lo trataba de explicar ahora. Yo creo que somos un cuerpo técnico que miramos mucho la parte humana. Yo creo que cuando Matt, que ya lo conozco desde hace muchos años atrás en Southampton y después, lógicamente, JT y Cindy, hemos hablado en estos casi 2 meses que llevamos de relación. Bueno, siempre ha habido algo que nos ha llamado, ¿no? Hemos sentido esa linda emoción de poder trabajar juntos, ¿no? Y después porque atrás hay un potencial grandísimo, ¿no? Aquí en USA. Y el challenge de llevar al equipo masculino de fútbol a un nivel diferente, a un nivel que quizás ha habido o se han acercado en su momento, en años atrás. Yo creo que eso es un desafío enorme como cuerpo técnico. Nosotros hemos vivido muchas experiencias como entrenadores ya en diferentes clubes y creo que esto es un desafío que nos saca de nuestra zona de confort. Para nosotros lo fácil es, bueno, elegir cosas que ya conocemos y ya tenemos una rápida visión y una idea. Pero acá es entrar un poco a lo que uno no conoce, entrar a sacarte a ti mismo de tu zona de confort para poder desafiarte a ti mismo. Yo creo que no solamente es un desafío de lograr cosas juntos, sino es un desafío con nosotros mismos de volver a refrescarnos en un soccer, en un fútbol que para nosotros siempre fue atractivo, que siempre lo hemos mirado de lejos, pero que ahora nos da la posibilidad de estar aquí tocándolo, ¿no?
Mauricio, hola, por acá.
Hola.
Dani Nora de Televisa Univisión. En el pasado reciente, el lema de este proyecto era cambiar la manera en la que el mundo ve el fútbol de los Estados Unidos. ¿Cómo crees tú que lo ven hoy? Y me encantaría saber si tú tienes un lema, una frase que quieras acuñar en el arranque de este proyecto. ¿Qué es lo que quieres alcanzar?
No, yo sigo en español una nación, un equipo, ¿no? You understand?
No.
Okay. ¿Y la pregunta?
Te decía que el lema del pasado fue que el mundo cambie su manera de ver.
Sí.
¿Cómo lo ves tú y cuál es la frase que quisieras acuñar?
Sí, yo creo que la evolución del fútbol aquí en Estados Unidos es obvia, ¿no? Nosotros hemos tenido la posibilidad ya de muchos años atrás con diferentes equipos, Tottenham, Chelsea, venir a jugar torneos de verano y vemos, ¿no? Palpamos, ¿no? Cómo crece la afición, cómo los clubes están en pleno desarrollo, evolucionando, y entonces es excitante ver cómo rápidamente, ¿no? Esa evolución está existiendo, ¿no? Yo creo que con la visión de la gente, ¿no? de la federación, de la MLS, yo creo que es algo que es una conjunción importante que en el desarrollo del soccer aquí en Inglaterra, en Estados Unidos, está siendo muy, muy rápida. Creo que la aportación después de jugadores importantes que han llegado aquí a la liga hace que también ese desarrollo sea muy bueno. Y bueno, creo que la llegada de Leo Messi también ha dado un cimbronazo importante en cómo el mundo percibe a Estados Unidos ahora y cómo mucha gente descubre, ¿no? el fútbol aquí en Estados Unidos. Y puede empezar a ver que el talento existe, que hay 350 millones de personas que les gusta el fútbol, que el soccer cada vez se siente más, y creo que eso ha ayudado a que la visión externa mire con ojos diferentes, ¿no? a Estados Unidos, más la organización de la Copa del Mundo en el 2026, yo creo que un poco ayuda para que seamos hoy en día el centro del mundo, el foco está aquí en Estados Unidos, ¿no?
Mauricio, acá de Copán Álvarez de Telemundo, estamos en vivo para todas nuestras plataformas digitales. Es una gran ilusión, sobre todo para el público hispano. Hay más de casi 70, si no más, millones de hispanos en Estados Unidos. Y si bien esta selección históricamente ha tenido muchos jugadores de habla hispana, latinoamericanos, es la primera vez que va a tener un técnico latinoamericano. ¿Cómo manejas o cómo vas a manejar ese momento? ¿Qué sientes de tener este honor? Y una segunda pregunta, porque los latinos siempre hacemos dos preguntas en una. Otro técnico argentino más, ya son 9 o 10 técnicos argentinos en todo el continente americano. ¿Qué tiene de especial hoy por hoy el técnico argentino? Gracias.
Bueno, lo tomo como una responsabilidad grande y espero que esos 70 millones de latinos vengan a apoyar a la selección también, ¿no? Y que sea un punto de conexión también, ¿no? Con el equipo nacional. Necesitamos, yo creo, el apoyo de todos nuestros fans, no solamente latinos, sino también de aquí, de América, de USA. Y creo que tenemos que crear. Creo que todos los campos, cuando juegue la selección, tienen que estar llenos. La gente tiene que pelearse por una entrada para poder asistir a un evento que va a sonreír, que va a disfrutar, que va a pasarla bien y que se va a divertir y que encima pueda ver a su equipo ganar. Eso es importante que a partir de ahora suceda, de aquí hasta, lógicamente, hasta el Mundial, porque creo que hay una gran oportunidad de hacer algo importante, ¿no? Y después, bueno, yo creo que el técnico argentino, como el jugador argentino, tiene un valor por cómo sentimos, por cómo somos, por nuestro carácter, por la pasión. Yo creo que el fútbol es pasión, el fútbol es un contexto de emociones y quién mejor que un argentino para trasladar esa emoción que es el fútbol, el soccer.
Thank you. Ryan Tolmich from Goal, welcome and congratulations, Mauricio. Obviously, it took a lot of time and effort to get you onto this stage, and I'm sure the people sitting next to you have had a long and stressful month of getting this process together.
It was a mistake of someone that leaked some information, you know. That is why it was expectation after, you say, long time, but
just in that responding to that, what is this
like
month?
One day, you know. For us it was 1 day.
For you, just what was this month like? You know, from those reports, it seemed like you were eager to do this, and you've been determined the whole way, and have had your mind set on doing this. So, what has this process been like for you, and how have you used that time to kind of
to be
get
honest,
ready?
was tough. It was a really tough process. Always, you know, difficult, you know. But the most important thing was that from the day one, I think, was the we wanted to join, you know, this guy, the federation, and that was always, we were really open, and always we were thinking that it's going to be possible, you know. That always we were positive during the whole process. Was tough because it's true when you start some conversation and some deal you want to quick, you know, to finish because you need stability, you need to know what you are going to do tomorrow. But I think for different reasons, you know, we spend more time, but I think on the end we are here and on the end we are, I think, I am happy. Hope you are happy too. No, no, but I think we arrive in a very good terms and we finish, you know, the deal in a very good, you know, way.
Hi, Mauricio. Down here. Hi. Leander Charlakins, The Ringer, and I'm writing a book about the national team. When you spoke to Emma about working for U.S. Soccer, what did you ask her and what did she tell you?
No, I don't need to ask. She explain everything directly. She's amazing. She's amazing. For me, it's an unbelievable, you know, have an unbelievable character. Before to be together in Chelsea, we had a relationship. And then in Chelsea, we share the training ground and everything. And I think, yes, I think Emma is, you know, is so exciting to be here with you all. Amazing coach. She's playing few things that I needed to know. And because she's clever, you know, it's like if you say to me, what they are going to explain to Emma, I don't need to explain too much because she's so clever and so intelligent person. And I hope that she thinking the same way to me. No, but I think always in all the conversation that we have is always talking and how we can improve, how we can add to help, you know, soccer. That is the most important thing. Working for the federation all together, I think with Matt, with JT and Cindy, is, I don't know, is to come here is not only to spend time and say, oh, enjoy, nice place to be. No, it's to work, to try, you know, to help.
To your right.
Hi, Mauricio. Pradeep Katri, CBS Sports. You were talking a lot about how you want to win, but when you finally get the group together next month, what will be your first priorities upon meeting them and working with them?
I will tell you after to see the player, because the priority always is about to feel the player. We need to, of course, we have a plan, but the most important is to feel how they are, how they feel all together. First of all, what always we love is to talk in an individual way, because it's really important to talk along with them, feel how they are, they can express themselves, how they see the things. It's really important after collective, because it's important, but I think is be open to analyze, and that is going to be the first, time that we are going to be together, is to try to know them, and for them to have the possibility to know us. That is the important thing also, is in the both way.
Thanks, Michael. Other side.
Sorry.
Jonathan Tannehill of the Philadelphia Inquirer. I'm sorry that my Spanish isn't as good as I'd like it to be, so I'm going to ask in English. But you've spoken about wanting to manage a national team someday, maybe wanting to work in the United States someday. And when the call came, the opportunity to work in this country, for you as an Argentine, even though you've been in Europe for many years, what does it mean to have the opportunity to work in the United States, being the United States and what it represents? And JT and Matt, Mauricio spoke about the time, the weight, all the negotiations. This perspective from the two of you on all the pieces that it took. We know about some of the fundraising and stuff like that, and what was it like for you two to go all the waiting and all that. Thanks.
Go for it. Yeah, I mean, I had the easy bit. My bit was to identify the best coach that can take the program forward, and then pretty much once I did that, obviously I've got some relationships with Chelsea, some of the sporting directors there, Paul and Lawrence, and I was able to leverage that. They were really helpful and supportive, but we always knew it was going to be a very, very complex process. So I'll probably hand the second part of that over to JT, because he was the one that really had to try and bring all of this together from a logistics and a contractual perspective.
Well, sure. So I think at the outset, Matt had outlined a process to be very intentional about making sure we got the right person, and that we spent a lot of time together to make sure that everyone knew what everyone was signing up for. And so I think some of that time was, and to Mauricio's point, when the first press reports came out about this, we were still in that phase of making sure that we all are excited about this, and we all are setting ourselves up for success, and we wanted to be collectively thorough, and so we spent a lot of time together in Barcelona this summer, and so that, I think, that was very intentional to be thorough. And then to Matt's point, Chelsea could not have been more positive and constructive through this. Obviously, as y'all know, we were running up against the end of the transfer window, which of course has a very hard deadline. And everyone had to prioritize that. And it turns out, as I've learned, after the transfer window, all the people that work on that go on vacation. And so not exactly the most helpful for, speed. But certainly Chelsea deserves a lot of credit for their work to ensure this deal came to life. And I think, one of the things that there were a small group of us that got together last evening, and we were talking, and this is something that everyone who's been involved in soccer in America should be proud of. You, whether directly or indirectly, made today possible, and it's something that I know I appreciate. We very much appreciate, and we're certainly excited about what's ahead.
Straight ahead.
Hi, Mauricio. Glenn Crooks from Sirius XMFC. Regarding your assistants, so you've brought the same three with you along the way. They're your colleagues, they're your friends. I'm wondering, do you think it's important to include someone who has experience in the States, maybe even experience with the current players, maybe someone who knows the American landscape better? Or do you think that's not really necessary for you?
Yes, of course. My closer staff is going to be with me. We are going to add another, person also that is going to arrive. But after, I think, always we talk with JT and Matt and of course Cindy, to be open to add, people that know here. I think we have a staff that already we need to meet, because I think we are going to meet all the staff that is in the federation that have the knowledge and experience working here and working with the player that we are going to work. And I think we need to first, to provide, I think, the possibility to the people that is in the federation. And then, of course, if we feel or we identify that we need to add some people that can help, of course, they are very open, and of course, I am open, to add to our group, to the staff, a possibility to bring another, person that can help. But I think the information that they translate to us, I think we have very qualified people working in the federation that can help very quick to us, and then of course we are a coaching staff that always try to improve. One thing that you are not going to improve. I work with Jesus after 14 years, and then with Tony, that is a goalkeeper coach, and Miguel, that I know for all my life. I think it's people that have the qualification, and then people that challenge me. We work because I think the personalities and the quality that they have fit for me, that like a coach. And then we create a very good relationship. Maybe we can say that we are friends. But in between friend and be professional, always I'm going to be, professional. Because he is my friend. And he's killing me doing wrong things that are not right. I'm not going, okay, you are my friend, but out of my, my group. I think sometimes people is confused when people say, no, you need to always bring people from outside because, I don't know. I think that is priceless, to have people that work with you and every day want to challenge you and want to improve and be better. I think for me that is the most important thing. But of course, by the way, we are flexible and we are always open to add people, because we know that football is changing, technology is here, and now we need hands to work, people to work, and because we need to analyze. We have tools for, to work really, really hard. And in the past, 30 years ago, only one coach, one fitness coach, and with three, one analyst, and that's it. But now, and I think this business is really, really important to have all that you need, cover, and you need people, qualified people working next to us to provide us information to after, to be better in, to help the player to perform.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi Mauricio, Shane O'Brien from AM New York. As host nation, the US won't have a huge number of competitive games over the next 2 years, and I'm just wondering, for you, do you think that will be a challenge, and also how much priority you're putting on the Nations League games coming up to see your players in a competitive environment?
I didn't hear the question.
How much priority are you putting on the next window?
Okay,
Nations League games?
the priority.
Yeah.
In the Nation League.
Okay.
Just how much of a challenge do you think the lack of competitive games for the US over the next 2 years as a host nation will be, just to get the team ready for the World Cup?
We need to assess the player every single day, and we don't know what is going to happen if players start to play, not to play, injured player. I think it's more global, it's more big picture. It's not only to be focusing in one competition. I think the objective is improve first. That is the principal objective for us, is to improve, provide a good platform for them to perform, to feel comfortable, every time that they will join us. And then, for me, it's not a friendly game. For me, it's official. When I was a player with Argentina, Copa America, World Cup, or friendly, all was the same. It's go and to show that you are the best and win the game for your country, for your proud and everything. Because that means to be competitive. And no, we are going to be focusing that. But of course, that the priority is going to be, to arrive in the best condition for the World Cup. That is the principal objective now. And People that say maybe think in a different way, I think it's not true. But for me, the priority now is improve, and provide the team the best tool to start to perform as soon as possible.
To your right.
Hi, Mauricio. Over here, Roy Robinson from the Mirror. My question for you is, I know you touched on it a little bit when you first sat down, but what was your main reasons for actually taking this job? And can you walk us up through the moments of you actually signing your deal and making it official?
I don't see your mouth, that is why I cannot understand. No. The question, the last one was?
Andres.
Sorry.
Why did you take the job? And can you walk through to the moment when you signed the deal?
Why I take the job? I think I explained before, no? I think was too many reasons, and I think it's a great opportunity for us, like a coaching staff, to live that experience, because we really believe that is the most important thing. Because we really believe that we can do something good, work in a very nice environment. But if you say to me, I need to pick only one sentence or one word, because we believe. It's believe that we can, help. I don't know help, but if not to work together and to try to achieve what the people and us all want, to win and to not only win games, if not to go for a big, trophies, like to have the possibility to be there competing, for the World Cup or the Copa America or the big trophy that all the fans and of course the player and us, we dream.
We'll take two more questions.
Bienvenidos, Technical. Sean, Soccer Long Island Magazine. You are clearly the biggest splash that's been made on the men's side since Bora. How much of a commitment does that show to you? How much confidence does that give you going in, knowing that you're being supported and that they went big yet again?
Thank you for your word, but I think Bora, that is my friend, by the way. I want to say also hello to him because he's amazing. He's massive. Bora for me, is another, person that you can say you can be inspired for him. But I think we were talking a lot, I think, in the way, that we want to plan, to work all together and to try to provide. For me, the most important is the platform. What means the platform is in all the areas to try to the player to improve and to analyze, players, and then see how we can improve, and create an environment that the player want to come, want to train, want to improve, really believe in the way that we are going to train, to act, to behave on the training camps. That is, for me, is the most important thing. And like I said before, belief, for me, is a word that is so powerful word. You can have an enormous talent and you can be clever, but in football, you need to believe. Believe that all is possible. We find a way to believe all together, and I think we can, for sure, we will achieve what we want.
To your right.
To the derecha, Mauricio. Good morning to you all, and felicidades, Mauricio, for this whole role. Wanted to ask you, how did your family, Andrew Jones from Believe Network, how did your family react to the news of you becoming United States coach, and how difficult it is to leave club football? What made it easier for you to say, I'm going to be in international football? And for you, Matt, you've known Mauricio since your Southampton days. What, if anything, has changed from the bond that you've had? And Cindy, just for you as well, the similarities.
Don't leave out JT. He's up here.
No, I'm good.
Okay, because we didn't get Cindy a question too. Just from you knowing about Mauricio and then seeing him as a person, what's been your perspective now that you've seen him as a person now?
What's that?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I think the more important, or as important, is what's not changed. And I think, you can spend a lot of time in the game at the top level, and, it can change some people in terms of the type of person they are. And, I think Maurizio's impact when I was at Southampton many, many years ago, when he came in with Jesus and his staff, the biggest thing that everybody remembers about Mauricio is not only is he a great coach, but he's what I call a connector of people. So somebody that can build outstanding relationships, not just with the players who are starting, but the players who are either not in the team, to the staff across the club, from somebody that might work in the ticket office to somebody that might work within the administration team. And I just remember every day him coming through everybody's office with Jesus, and he would pretty much physically hug everybody in the club. He created this unbelievable spirit, and that's something that hasn't left him. I see that today in terms of how what an amazing person he is, above also what an amazing coach and a leader he is. But obviously what has changed is the volume of experience that he's had. Obviously he was an unbelievable player with not just playing at club level, but internationally at the top level. And obviously he's gone on to be the head coach of some of the best teams in the world, and arguably has helped those teams achieve huge success, both from a Champions League perspective, from a player development perspective, and has won trophies in multiple countries. So that experience on top of layered the foundations of the man, I think enables us to be in an exciting position where I can't wait for Maurizio and the guys to come in and join our existing staff to help us improve this playing group as we move towards 2026.
Yeah, just to add to that, I think for me, in my first interaction, just seeing how open and honest and transparent he is with everything. I mean, you've seen it today and how he's communicating with all of you. And just a great person. Obviously, his football resume speaks for itself. But I think beyond that, also his passion, and you've heard it from him today, his belief in that we can go and do great things and that he can help us get there. And so I think you putting all of these things together, his great soccer acumen, great leader, great person, a great motivator, and his passion, put all that together, led us to believe that we have the best person in the world for this job.
The question about your family.
Yeah.
My family. No, my family is like I learned in Southampton, over the moon. No? and my translator, because I didn't speak English in this moment too much, and I use always Jesus or one person that was working with me in the press conference. And after one answer, I said, no, I am happy, estoy contento. And he said, he's over the moon. I said, I am not over the moon, Why you say over the moon? No, my family is so exciting also, because I think, like Cindy now was explaining how I am, because quick, if I am happy, I am, motivate and show passion. My family feel that is so happy. And my family seen me in the last, few weeks, few months. I seen with the fire in my eyes, and that is the most important thing. How you feel? I feel so happy because, and I think my family is also so exciting that to showing, that challenge, and because they are part, because they support me.
So as we're concluding, we'd first like to thank our partners, WBD, for this incredible space, and also to Andres Cantor for hosting. Everyone can watch Mauricio's first match as head coach of the U.S. men's national team when we take on Panama October 12th at Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas. That match will be broadcast live on TNT, Telemundo, Universo, Max, Peacock, and the Football Day Premier radio networks. For the people in the room, just give us a moment. We'll take a photo with the group together. For the guests of U.S. Soccer, there is a reception immediately following. And to everyone else, thanks for joining and have a good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.